started. Be funny now. No.
Whatever. Because did you hear about that baby?
Nope.
Like
Baby Brains. You ever read that book? You're in primary school.
We used to read fucking Goosebumps whenever in primary school.
We're not talking about
By
primary school.
R.L.
Yeah,
Stein.
I thought that was
Yeah, I
We're not
know.
talking about
Primary
that.
school. That was last week.
yeah, gross. Get
That was all
out of
last
there.
week.
What were we saying at the end?
I was saying that there was this baby that was in the news that like had like weirdly superhuman strength.
Nah, do you ever hear that about like Maz though? Like
No, this
Yeah.
baby, no, this baby that has
Yeah,
superhuman
right.
strength. It,
Finish
like,
your joke.
it's not a joke.
Finish your joke.
It could like lift its like high chair like with one finger and like push it up. And scientists are they're like experimenting on right now with the consent of the parents.
This is a joke, no?
No, because he has like muscle density that's like close to a chimp.
Weird.
What is wrong with that? I can do extraordinary things.
Baby. Epic baby.
Yeah. They call him Hercules.
Is that true?
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. Look up.
Weird.
This sucks. This sucks. Next. Anyway.
Just cut it out, like. Just to start now.
No, mate, we've
Start
already
now.
started. It's done. Like,
Nah,
I
this is-
see me doing all this editing work. Look,
Do you know what? I seen some other boys and they had a good idea. Am I allowed to
you know what's a good idea? Not flicking that fucking heater. Look,
Yeah, it's really annoying.
I see all these wee lines coming up.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Oh. Cut that out.
No.
Honestly.
People need to know how unprofessional you are, James. See me and Daniel fiddling about
Buy me a fidget.
fidget spinner.
Also, I don't even think you're in frame right now. Like.
I am, haven't I?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Look, probably.
I fucking am. Don't know what you're talking about.
I might just cut you out anyway.
Okay.
I might just make it a wee score. Like,
Censored.
censored.
I'm just like going like. It's like white noise that comes out.
The Nookter was telling me about one of his mates.
The what?
The
Can you
Nookter.
believe that?
The Nookter.
Believe
That's probably fucking something bad, isn't it?
The Nookter.
Believe that
That's
slur.
just- What's the name? The Nookter was telling me about one of his mates' sister's boyfriend. Whenever fidget spinners were a big thing, bought like 5,000 of them. And do you know why they went out of fashion like fucking 3 months later?
Too far.
And so he was driving around to like fucking 5,000 fidget spinners in the back of his car for 8 days. Like,
That's pretty cool.
pretty sick. Like, yeah, you
I
would.
do like
You'd be
it.
Did you not have
enjoying it.
I feel like you both had one.
No, I didn't.
No.
Do you not have
I
one?
think Harry might have had one. I just nicked one off him. like.
We still had one then.
Right.
Like,
A
if
friend
I-
of the show, Lewis, you know, good feeling, do not like.
Yeah.
Oh, he used to have like we spidey ones and all, didn't we?
If I had
Maybe he used to
5,000
have-
fidget spinners in the back of my car, I'd do like an up style scenario and I'd like get like a loads of hair dryers and like spin the things around, try to get my car to fly or something.
What?
What?
Junk.
What?
No way.
If you have 5,000,
There's no freaking way that would work, bro.
Yes, it would. You tie them to a string and you spin them and they go like a helicopter and you can fly your fucking car anywhere. You wouldn't have to pay tolls or anything. You could go down. What is it? The M50? Is that the one that this goes to Dublin?
M50 goes around Dublin. M1.
What's the one that's tolled?
Both.
Yeah, so you could just fly over with your fidget spinners.
Fly
and
with
they
the pair of them.
yeah, and they wouldn't get your number plate. What is this paper?
I know. Like anyway, what was it? I'm trying to think of anything interesting I saw. Oh,
I looked up what is in anticipation for this. I was like, what is trending on the fucking internet today? Like, and there's
what a
Fucking
shit thing to
Ted-
look up.
why
I don't know.
Ted Cruz number one, like,
Why is he trying to?
What's he trying?
because he flew to fucking.
He's a Zodiac.
Because
Oh, yeah.
You see that? Like
Why?
Trump was like Trump mugged him off.
I thought him and Trump were in the same boat. They
No.
were mates.
Trump called his wife stinking,
Weird.
which is hilarious.
very, very weird.
If I was president, I'd be calling everyone's wife stinking, like.
I feel like I'm being
Or just being like, your wife's a bitch.
I can believe he got impeached. Trump got impeached twice, and he got
I
let off
didn't
with
get
it
him.
twice. Yeah.
You get charged with him.
What is an impeachment for? What's the real like goal at the end of impeaching? your president?
you like get kicked out of office, I think.
But isn't he already leaving? So what's
Yeah.
the point?
It's just like kind of. It means he can't run again.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But it's failed every single time.
No, I'm pretty sure he was charged this time, was he not? He was charged both times.
He was charged, but I
But
think
by the end,
Court
it, like it
battles or
takes.
something
Yeah, I don't
like that.
know.
I don't
Who
fucking
cares? Like, America's a shambles.
Ted Cruz was
But
trying
did-
because fucking. Did you see Texas like froze over there the other day?
Yeah.
Lots of people died and shit.
Right, fucking mad. Like Ted Cruz.
Their electric grid just can't cope
Yeah.
with all these cicadas. Though.
Yeah, he goes.
Dimplex is crippled
fucking-
America.
Dimplex is booming right now.
Dimplex is in.
Invest.
You looked up what's trending? Dimplex. Number one.
Ted Cruz goes, fuck this shit, I am outie. Flew to Cancun for a wee fucking holiday. Like, and just,
We spring break.
people were not happy.
Well, fair play. If I had money and power, I'd be doing that shit too. I wouldn't give a fuck.
He was number one. Who was number two? Megan.
Joe Biden.
Megan, Duchess of Sussex. Duchess.
Oh, she's 11.
She's up the duff.
What is she? Duchess of what? Like,
Oh, she's pregnant. But is she not
Is
leaving
she
the
the
royal
real one?
family?
She's
Yeah,
the
that's the
American,
thing.
right?
That was all
She's a Yank.
Yeah, her and Hitch.
Yeah.
She's leaving the royal family or something.
Who'd have thought it? It
I
was going to be
remember,
the Brits to rip down their own royal family.
I remember.
Did you hear they like fucking copyrighted like a million different things before leaving? Like copyright with their faces or something, and copyright like.
How do you copyright someone's face?
I'm pretty sure you don't sound Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it has to be you, right? Oh no! Bring it back to WWE. Vince McMahon, like John Cena, that's not his real name. Like Vince McMahon owns the name John Cena, and the guy John Cena, like that's not like him.
His character almost.
Yeah, it's a bit like all them
What's his real
WWE
name?
ones. Like
I
I
didn't
actually
know that
don't know.
wasn't his real name.
I didn't know that was his
I
real
thought it
name.
was real
Or
name.
maybe most of them it's fake names. Maybe that is his actual name, but he still owns it.
Vince Van Dam does. Is that his name? Vince Van Dam.
Vince
Owns him.
McMahon.
Vince
Basically
McMahon.
owns
Who's Vince
him.
Van Dam?
You're thinking of Rob Van Dam,
Or you're thinking of fucking.
or
Charles Van Dam. Is that it?
no, you're thinking of fuck.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, the guy like the splits guy, the
Yeah.
Coors Light guy,
Yeah.
Yes. What the fuck do you call
John
John
Claude
Claude
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme.
Yeah.
The Coors Light guy.
Oh, yeah,
Great
he is the
description.
Coors
Light
guy.
Great description.
He was spin kicking people. Oh, we were
Vince
talking
Van
about
Dam.
this. We weren't talking about this on the podcast, were we? About the Chris Benoit thing.
We did.
Who the fuck's Chris?
No,
Chris
I think that was
Benoit?
on. That was on.
Is that Triple
No,
H?
that was
No,
just in person.
Yeah.
So
Chris Benoit's Triple H.
what?
Is he?
No, but he is in the WWE. Yeah,
Who the fuck's Chris
Wait,
Benoit?
what? I thought Chris Benoit was like the richest Chinese person or something.
that's Jack Ma. Holy shit, we're on so different. Right
Mate.
on. We'll get to that later, though. We'll get to that later. No, Chris Benoit. Basically, in 2007, he was like he was one of like the biggest
Oh, yeah.
WWE stars, right? And he,
You got wrestlers of him.
yeah,
Yeah?
like
He
when
was
we
totally wrestlers.
I was younger,
Oh
like
yeah, everybody had done fucking
me
things.
and
I don't know.
me and my cousin, like we were weirdly into WWE, but we never could watch it because it was on like Sky. You had to pay
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah.
I was never
So-
going to watch it either.
We played like the video games on the PS1,
Yeah, I used to always
and
play
we
fun
had like the
games.
wrestlers and
SmackDown versus Raw.
like.
and all
Do
that.
you know what's so weird? This is one of my like only memories from like pre-primary school. I remember my cousin, he was in P1, and he came to with his ma to pick me up from nursery school on my birthday, and he had
WWE.
D-Generation X character. It was Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Nice.
I can weirdly remember that. But anyway, Chris Benoit was big WWE guy, and so
What's
just
his
a-
name?
Chris
Was that his
Benoit.
name in the thing?
No, yeah, that's his actual name though.
And
He's
in
Canadian.
the WWE?
Yeah.
Right. I
So
don't know why you laughed at that. That was a genuine question.
Yeah,
Like,
it was-
Triple H's real name
it's
is
not. To be
Triple
fair,
H, like,
yeah, I know, but Chris Benoit. It's not that weird of a name.
Is Shawn Michaels his real name? Shawn Michaels.
Probably.
I mean, it's not like
You don't know that.
I
Michaels isn't
I
really
love
like-
Shawn Michaels, but
Is Rey Mysterio's real name Rey Mysterio?
No.
It is 1,000,000% not. I don't know what you're saying. Yes.
he's joking.
No,
Clearly,
he wasn't. He wasn't
Anyway.
joking.
I was.
No, he wasn't.
Because
Check that.
Shawn
Wasn't
Michaels and Rey Mysterio, one's a little bit more extravagant than the other.
Anyway,
Dunno.
back to Chris Benoit.
That's like saying, "Oh, I'm Richard Jenkins." That's my like stage name.
That sounds
That's
such a
real.
made up name.
That sounds like a fake name.
No, it doesn't Rich. That's like a
Richard
normal name.
Jenkins.
Yeah, sounds fake as fuck.
Okay, Michael Jenkins.
That's real.
Actually, the actual name Jenkins kind of sounds made up. Though.
It does.
Apart from we know that the Jenkins company is kind of a big company here. Anyway,
Vanessa Jenkins. Who's that?
Or
I don't know who that is,
off,
like-
like first names and then Jenkins is the surname.
Gavin
Okay, what were you
Stacey.
saying?
Leroy Jenkins.
Who's that?
That's fake.
Anyway, so
Vanessa Jenkins is Vanessa out of Gavin Stacey.
ah,
Gavin Stacey.
also
Oh.
made up, so it doesn't matter. So just
That's her real name.
let me.
In real life as well.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's Ruth
Yeah,
Jones.
Ruth Jones.
It's
Yeah.
called
Spoofster.
spoof. It's called
Yeah,
spoof.
well, here, not a very good one. Anyway,
Whatever.
um,
Stacey's her name is Stacey. Stacey Michaels.
Shawn Michaels' sister. Yeah, and
Exactly.
we're back around. And we're back around. No, so just right. Let me.
This is horrible.
So on a Friday night, he
What was wrong with
There's
that?
gonna be so many class clips of you shittily pouring Guinness on.
You
Into a Budweiser.
should only ever drink Guinness out of other glasses.
Do you think
Yeah,
this
someone
could?
make a compilation of me just fucking it up.
Do you think this could be like our thing? Look, is just
Drinking disgusting.
drinking
Yeah.
gross Guinnesses, and that's really that guys on
I
TikTok.
don't want that to be a thing. Like,
Oh, let me try to start this story one more time.
Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit.
No, Chris
Jack
Benoit.
Ma.
Oh no, we're not there yet. So on a Friday night, basically, this guy, he was, like, everyone loved him. He went to his house. He drugged and suffocated his son. He then went in, and he got like his wife and like broke her like spine, and like choked her out. Then he just went about his day,
As you do.
as you do. He started packing his bags to go for because Monday Night Raw, like I don't even watch WWE. This makes me look like I didn't know what WWE is about. Like, so
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw, basically every Monday, he packed his bags to
It's
like
weird
get.
that you knew that was a thing.
Well, it's called Monday Night Raw. Like,
I just knew it as Raw.
I know you never played a game. I don't know. Don't know.
Definitely wasn't called Monday Night Raw in the games.
Anyway,
On a Monday night.
Right, anyway.
the guy literally just killed his.
So he killed his family, then just kind of was going about his day, like was texting his mates and all. Then he was like packing his bags to go, and then he was like, ah, fuck it. Went into his like personal gym, and do you know the what do you call that one? Like it's like the weights, and then you like pull down.
Pull bar or something.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
it.
I know gym stuff.
yeah, I know, yeah, whatever. He like
Pull
put
master.
low in the pull right. He got on the
3000.
he got on the pull master 3000, and then he put like so much weight on it, and then just like tied his neck to it and just let go and just like killed himself.
Kind of impressive. He like MacGyvered his own suicide.
Yeah.
Did
He did the math. Right. Now this is where it gets funny, look. Nah, this is funny. This is not funny, look. This is serious stuff.
It's serious.
But so that happened on like oh yeah, they didn't find the bodies till like Sunday night. Right? So they find the bodies, they're like, shit, someone killed Chris Benoit and his family. Vince McMahon hears about this, and on Monday he's like, we're gonna do a 3-hour tribute to him, and it's 3 hours long, and it's just like it's like CM Punk, John Cena, like the biggest like WWE stars, just being like, Chris was a good guy. I loved Chris. I don't have a bad thing to say about him.
Meanwhile, this guy
He
massacred
was
family.
yeah, he was such a good guy. He helped his friends, but most importantly, he did it all for his family. He was a father that loved his wife and child, and it is just, you can watch it on YouTube for 3 hours. Every single superstar, like WWE superstar, says all this stuff. Then, like on the Tuesday morning, it comes out like, oh fuck, he spazzed and killed his whole family. And the WWE's never mentioned his name since. They like deleted like all his footage.
Erased it from history.
They never mentioned it, but obviously like people just recorded it, put it up on YouTube. But I was just like, that is the biggest blunder ever.
Yeah,
Like,
all you gotta do.
I love
It's
that shit. Like
it's
the stuff
so
that's like things that didn't age well. Like that is like
Yeah.
oh, 100%. Another like I was actually thinking about this because I was watching the Rocky movies and I'm fucking crying over them. Like, I was looking at the Rambo movies, and in Rambo 2, he joins the Mujahideen to fight against the Russians.
things that didn't age well.
Exactly, but that's like something America did. America like
Yeah.
funded and gave weapons to the Mujahideen, who would later like Osama bin Laden was one of them guys to fight the Russians, and then
Then he just did
didn't
that.
end well.
Um,
But anyway, yeah, I wish there was just like a recording of like the guy who had to tell Vince McMahon like that Tuesday morning, just go in and be like,
you
Vince,
fucked up
and he's just
so
like
much,
he's
yeah.
just a busy businessman. He's like, what? It's like, the police report came back. It turns out, but they one of like this doctor took your boy Chris Benoit's brain, like looked at it.
CTA.
It was like Swiss cheese,
Okay.
like it
Oh.
was. And do you know what's so? And then this is another thing that they're saying, and
So
it is actually so like it's so grim when you're watching it because you obviously you know like well number one the whole thing's grim, but like there's a I don't know if it's John Cena says like Chris, he was like the first guy to do the most dangerous things, like he took the hardest hits, and you're like fuck. they're basically like, oh, he 100%
Fucked
get,
himself up, like.
yeah,
Get
it's
himself
crazy. Like,
CTE, like.
his brain was absolute mince
Mush.
meat, like that. And then they came out there like, you know, all these like all his friends and it's like that wasn't him, or like that, like he was long gone before that point, like
Yeah.
like that was just like lizard brain, like that was just like the wee bit that's left, you know, like the center thing is like supposed to be like the most like ancient part, like just like a reptile brain basically in the middle. It's like that's basically what's left, like he wasn't like a person anymore.
Somebody actually fucking deafened away from that fucking grim talk there for a minute, like.
Grim Fandango, like.
Somebody actually got up on Twitter, fucking your boy Tech Chris said that, or a tweet from him in 2016, and it was like things that didn't age well, and Tech Chris is like, I would believe in global warming whenever Texas freezes over.
Oh no way.
It's so fucking funny.
I also find it like funny how the moment like that Trump is out and Biden's in, like, to be fair, I literally stopped looking at the news like when over Corona times.
I haven't watched the news since like fucking.
Yeah.
I was
ever
so
watched
up
the
to
news
date, like
ever.
see like a month or two ago, like I was so up to date with everything, and then just kind of, but it's just depressing, like
Same
just
shit.
waking up and just looking and just being like, this is grim.
So fucking shit.
But
my dad watched it religiously at 6 o'clock every day, and I'm
I
like,
can't.
what the fuck are you gonna learn between yesterday and today that's gonna
It's
Yeah.
change you in any way? Like,
It's also really depressing as well. They
Yeah.
always like, they're really.
another extension, another fucking
Yeah.
300 deaths. Like,
It really is. Yeah, it's also kind of like, you know, because they want people to scare them into doing the right thing. Like they just want to, like, it's just always fear mongering, and there's never really a light at the end of the tunnel. That's why I just like, if I'm going to like inform myself about coronavirus, I'll go to like dedicated websites to it, or I'll like go
yeah,
to,
just like
to
stats, just facts. Like,
stats. Yeah, I'll go to stats or like papers. People have
but
written papers.
I did notice just
yeah,
one
like
like
TikTok. Like,
one
Yeah,
TikTok comes
yeah.
on. One strange thing is like American news, like it's like Biden plays Mario Kart with his nephew, and or Biden has like brought the first dogs to the White House and all this stuff. I was like,
what the fuck?
America is 100% preparing to invade somebody. Like the moment that American news gets like so like it gets like tame, and like it's so like focused on like stupid shit. Like, jeez, America's about to fucking invade like Iran or
America's,
something.
like, dropped 6 missiles. Like,
Yeah, like I was like,
Ideas.
it's so like it's funny. Like, and I was saying, and it was like an interview with some journalist who worked for like BuzzFeed, I think, or maybe it was Huffington Post, like one of those like very left wing sites, and they were saying like
is Vice a UK or an American thing?
American.
Is it, yeah?
Do you know what's funny about Vice? They're one of the creators of Vice was one of the
Yes.
creators of the Proud Boys,
Yes.
which is so strange.
And he's like deputy commander or something.
Yeah.
of fucking
I'm-
Proud Boys
I'm
right now,
lost.
like.
Do you know the Proud Boys? So Proud Boys are like these like right wing weirdos, like kind of like
The American thing.
like incels, like of where they're like, you know, like a woman's place is kind of like in the kitchen, just like taking care of your man, and they have very like traditional like views.
The sort of people that would invade
Proud-
the capital.
Proud
They're
Boys kind of
Also, shit name.
sounds a
Because
little
you
bit
sound like a gambler.
homosexual. Like,
Yeah.
But
Their like motto was taken from something that Trump had said or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it,
I'm
like
a proud boy.
What did
I
it?
don't know.
He says stand back and stay prepared or something.
yeah, I
like
know.
that.
So it
Something
just
that
gives
had
it
like hints
basically.
of violence about it, like, and the Proud Boys were like, Trump supports us and everything we fucking do.
But it is weird because Vice is kind of very left wing, like,
That's what I always thought.
but I think he's out of it. Like he got like
Oh,
bought
yeah, he
out
got
or something.
fucking-
But
he's gone.
anyway, so this interview was about I think it was a BuzzFeed guy, and they were asking him like, well, what would like if there was a good news story about Trump, what would you like do? He's like, yeah, Trump, absolute dweeb, like,
Yeah,
and
he's a bit of an idiot,
stupid, but he did kind of do some. Like there was like it's not all like negative. Like as like everything goes, like it's just kind of like a grey area and things like Biden came out and said that there was no like plan for like vaccinations, but Trump during Trump's like just like America was like the biggest amount of vaccinations in the world like per capita. But anyway, they were like, so what actually would happen? Like, say Trump did something good, what do you do? And he's like, well, I could publish that story, but then every other journalist is going to be like looking at me bad.
Yeah.
My editor's gonna, they're gonna put it at the back. Like, it's like, how does it help my career to publish? I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, it's just a strange thought to be like. I guess I could see your point why you wouldn't publish it
But
because
then it's news with an agenda.
Oh yeah, 100%. Which is kind of old news now. Well, it's news forever has
Yeah.
been, but
That's probably like that fucking spotlight shit, like with
yeah, you kind
know
of just
what
like
I mean?
you push stuff around. You kind of get your narrative, and you
yeah, like nobody in
You
that
make it,
paper is
like-
gonna write about fucking price and shit, like until like
yeah.
the boy who actually came in was the boy who wanted to change shit up was the boy in charge. You know what I mean? That's whenever shit's
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
have to.
better.
It has to start from the top, like
Yeah.
because, but like I do see. I guess if you became a journalist to kind of be like an idealist, it's not the best thing. But if you kind of just did it for like a job, and you're like, well, realistically, this will not
News
help
is
me
news,
whatsoever. Like my job is just like to pump shit out.
Yeah.
I guess why you wouldn't do it, like, but I don't. It'd be hard to like sleep at night being like, I made the active decision to like kind of suppress stuff, and
Yeah.
that's just weird, like.
That's
And it is
so
weird, but I think the weirdest thing is that like you say stuff like this, and it seems like if people would just immediately be like, right wing, he's right wing, he's right wing. You're like, no, I'm not. In no way am I right wing. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of
You
what I
get
believe in
labelled
is-
pretty quickly depending on what you say.
and it is strange, like. Interesting, whatever. What can you do, like?
Whatever.
That's just life today, isn't it?
Fucking world's gone.
Jeez,
Yeah.
World's gone.
Yeah.
Mm.
At least Wash Brains is absolutely decimating our
CP,
families.
uh-huh.
But
Wait, what?
have you ever watched that movie with Will Smith? Isn't that
No,
about like
£7.
CTA?
Is it? £7?
I don't know if it's called that. Like,
I feel like it is £7.
is it?
Yeah.
Why?
£7.
Why is it called £7?
Oh, see, he has like the life on his wrist or something. It's like you've like you spend money as your
That's
currency as
Justin-
your.
I think
That's
Justin
in
Timberlake.
time, and that's Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Justin
talk-
Timberlake was in a movie.
Justin Timberlake's in loads of
Lots
movies.
of movies. I'm also talking about
Oh, well,
the
yeah.
movie, the real life movie about Will Smith playing a doctor about it's like about CTE, isn't it?
I'm like 99% sure it's called
You made such a
£7.
weird jump there. What do you mean? Like,
How the
I
fuck
went
did
from
you get
CTE
connected with that? Like,
yeah, we went to CTE, and then you were like, that movie. It's like
Because
Justin
he said
Timberlake.
£7.
yeah.
I guess your brain. Does your brain weigh £7?
Maybe. Surely not. What is
Maybe.
I don't
maybe-
know. What-
a stone.
I don't think it's even called £7, so I just assumed like you knew what it was
Fact check.
called. Like,
I'm looking up.
I think it's called £7.
I think it'd be pretty heavy.
I think it's called Crash.
No.
Nah, it's not.
No, that's a movie. I know that movie because that used to be. Like I used to have a DVD like version of that, and I was never allowed to watch it because
that
it was
Crank?
apparently too
What the fuck?
too gruesome. Crank?
Crack with Jason Statham.
Yeah. No.
I think it is £7 up, but I don't know. Check.
Maybe it is.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I-
£7.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
An IRS agent, guilt-ridden for the mistake that killed 7 people, including.
No, not it. Not it. Yeah, I knew I was right. Like.
Also a Will Smith movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Is that the one where he fights aliens and he wears a suit?
Will Smith,
Yeah.
CTE.
He's got CTE.
Concussion.
Concussion.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's pretty
Of
fucking.
course.
It's a
Yeah.
little bit on the nose there, like.
No, I've never seen that. Oh, maybe I have.
Took
Actually,
it
what's
right
it about?
either way, like. It's like he's that guy. It's like the NFL. Like he took them to court about like everyone just getting CTE, just getting pure fucking Swiss cheese brain.
I think I started watching
It's a wipe out,
£7 thinking that it was concussion.
And you're like, here, wonder
Oh,
why the
whatever.
NFL comes into this. Like,
Right, exactly. I got like 15 minutes in and I'm thinking like, what the fuck's going on
Joe,
here? And I
actually, this
turned
is
it
so
off.
funny. My auntie and uncle, when my cousins were younger, they back in the days of Extravision, kids these days don't know about it.
Noise.
They got out because you know way in Extravision, like when you got stuff out, it was like in the like it wasn't
Extra
in
covers.
yeah in the Extravision covers, so it was just like the name.
Yeah.
It wasn't any pictures or anything.
Weird
They
that was
got
a-
out Pan's Labyrinth, thinking it was Peter Pan.
What is Pan's Labyrinth? Is
Oh, it's like.
Have you-
Pan's Labyrinth not like only out recently enough?
No,
No.
years ago.
Years and years
But
ago.
it's
It's,
a really,
like a
really
horror
creepy
movie
movie.
about like the
Yeah.
Spanish Civil War, and it's like Guillermo del Toro, he did the
Yeah.
Hellboys. So like these freaky things, like the
Yeah,
famous guy, like he puts his like there's like eyeballs on his hands and stuff.
Is there a new Pan's Labyrinth out?
I don't think so.
I
No,
don't think so.
Surely.
It's
I thought
like,
I saw
um,
fucking-
do you
no,
know,
I
like,
don't know.
do you know there's like practical effects where they you know,
Yeah.
they mix like the creatures like without CGI and they're kind of really.
It's a
real.
class movie, but like it is so
Yeah, it's a good
not.
one.
You know, it's like Peter Pan, Pan's Labyrinth.
Totally different.
It's like
Serious juxtaposition.
oh yeah, it's crazy.
I used to live for going to Extravision. We'd sometimes go on like a
So did
Friday
I.
or Saturday. Like,
Yeah,
wait, did you ever see games out of it?
Yep.
Yeah, unreal.
Oh yeah, you could. Get games out of it,
I
yeah.
remember one of the last times I was ever in Extravision was, me and my what was his name? Me and Keelan, we went in and we were talking to the boy about ordering GTA 5. I
Oh,
remember there was like different like
Whoa.
order. You could like order it like different.
From
It was
different
like
stores or something.
yeah, and each store had like weird like bonuses and shit.
No, I did not.
I don't know.
I remember we got in
Oh,
it, but
right.
obviously like we couldn't buy it. We were fucking way underage. But we were like, so you know, if we buy it here, what do you get? And he's like, oh, you get like so many.
Oh, you
so
mean
much more.
ordered to buy it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Like
Yes,
it
I
hadn't
know.
come out yet, but
Yeah,
we
oh,
were
no, I
like
know what you mean now.
asking what like the pre-order like
Yeah.
bonuses were. I think that was maybe the last time I was.
Because
ever
you used to
in
get like a
Activision.
map with it or something.
I don't think.
like,
I actually think Activision lasted much longer than that. Like.
That's what I was about to say.
I'm
Like, it's
surprised they did
crazy.
that
I think that
it's
was at the
crazy how
end, like-
quick they went obsolete. Like,
Yeah, like ridiculously.
Like, but that was the thing. Like Netflix.
everything was digitalized.
Netflix was like an
Okay,
Activision.
so
Yeah, yeah, it was like a.
It used to fucking suck. It was like I don't know
They
who the fuck
mailed
ever
it
bought
to
it.
you.
In
They mailed it to you, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all those went bought. Like, I think we were talking
Blockbuster
about
and all that
this
sort of shit. There's one Blockbuster left in America or something.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I remember, like King had this thing where they would like send you games, and you like rented it.
What was this?
It was like a company, and it was like Love. Was it Love Film?
Love
Oh,
Film.
there is Love Film.
Love Film was like
But that's
also
gone.
like Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back
but
in
they
the
did. They're gone, right?
Maybe I don't know.
Because I think they did
I think-
games.
I don't even.
They did
remember.
like a thing where you subscribe and you could like get them to send games, but then people just didn't return them, and just
No.
cancelled the subscription, and they just went under. And I remember like he got so many free games because he had them ordered at the time, and they just like they went bust. Like
It's like a library book that you forget about. Keep it in.
it kind of was though, but like a book doesn't cost that much, whereas a game does, and
Yeah.
people were like, wait, it like it didn't make any sense. Like it was like a business plan that trusted people not to be scumbags, and they immediately were like, yeah, I'm not giving this back. Like,
I don't know how
An honesty
Netflix
policy.
came on so far from sending people out. What used to be able to order 3 movies a month or something,
something like that. Yeah.
and they would send you the DVDs out. Who the fuck would want to do that? Why not just go to Activision where you could do it within 2 days? Like you would bring that movie home, watch it, return the next day, get a new one.
Yeah, I remember you didn't have to go in. You just like put it through the wheel like
Yeah,
a
it's
letterbox
straight
thing.
enough,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is.
I think
I
people
don't
just like whatever way will just go for ease of access over any sort of effort, even though in
I
the
would-
long run.
Sure, even like we went to watch True Detective there, and instead of like just illegally streaming it, we literally tried to just like pay whatever money we needed to just be able to watch it.
Weird.
And then in the end, like, you know, because Hulu, it's on Hulu, and that doesn't work here. Like,
Yeah.
you like a VPN and stuff. We're like, fuck's sake, I guess we will. Like, it is strange. Like, once you get to a certain age, when you kind of have money to like spend, you're like, I don't care. I literally pay anything just to make
Yeah.
this easy on my life.
Yeah, you go for like media streaming services, like, you know, you just go for that because you're like, why would I want to try cracking and like downloading things anymore? It's like I just could
Yeah.
not be arsed with that. Like, I'd rather just
Honestly,
pay
it's like the UFC as well.
for- yeah.
Like, we will happily pay for UFC, but they make it weird and like, I don't know, like BT Sport. It's just like it's like strange. Like, there's times where we're like,
It's
we
not
will
as easy as
pay
you'd like it to be.
whatever you want. Like, we are here with like a fucking like a card ready to put in whatever, like how much money, I don't care, and it's still weird. And you're like, this is, I feel like this is a bad business model,
Yeah.
because
Okay,
then
cool.
you're pushing us to legally stream it, and I Dana White's cracking down on them, like,
on the streaming service.
Yeah.
which I don't know how. Like, Dana White really thinks that. I don't know how
I
he
don't
thinks
know
about
what do
it.
you think he's gonna do? Did you ever see that video of like Khabib?
Yeah,
And he's just like, he's like, how do you watch fighting? He's like, Russian
the Russian stream.
Russian link
stream.
stream, and then DT's like, you're a fucking millionaire and you don't pay for pay-per-view, and he's like, no, Russian stream, and you're like,
Why the fuck would
So,
Yeah.
sometimes there's UFC cards where like, I'm not gonna pay for this. Like,
yeah, why would
I'm
you?
not gonna pay for this.
Fight nights
you?
were
Yeah, whenever
good.
we
He's like,
budgets are. We
Yeah.
budget fighters are fighting.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's like,
girls
I love
and
this. I
stuff.
love the sport, but I'm not gonna pay for this.
I'm joking, I'm joking.
I know, but yeah, probably Activision. God love them. though.
Fucking right, but rip. Shout out
Like,
Activision.
There's
You
a lot of
remember? Even,
rage.
do you remember when they even tried to like become like just a corner shop? Like they would just sell like sweets and stuff.
Nah.
What
Oh
is it?
yes, these just sell snacks out the
Yeah.
behind of it.
What
Like,
is it?
Like Activision, like I guess when they saw the end was near, they started like trying to like just
Selling,
sell
like, bags of
food
popcorn
and
and all
sweets.
that.
Like,
No.
yeah, like
I
used to be
suppose
able
so. Was there Activision? In
Oh
Europe?
yeah, there was like three flippy things in them, was there? Do you know, like when you go to the cinema
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
like, or all the kids
Oh,
would
yeah,
stick
yeah,
their
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
fingers in
Gross.
them?
I never like.
My mum would never allow me to
Yeah,
get them.
my-
I was like,
my was-
why? No, I understand.
I 100%
No,
understand why.
It is grim.
It's so gross.
It's like a
Children are
festering.
fucking
And they don't
retarded, like.
They don't
Yeah.
exist anymore, right?
No, they don't.
They don't know.
I haven't actually seen them anywhere.
Recently enough, I'm pretty sure when I was like 15 or 16.
Actually, do you know the only place I've ever seen them? Tesco's. In Uri.
Do you know where it actually has them? Pounds shops have them.
Shock.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw them in cinemas. That's the last time I've seen them.
No, do you know in
Besides
Tesco's in Uri, like near the tills, there's 100% the exact same cinema one. Like, it's the same company. Like, but
Is
there's
there?
Yeah.
I've
Oh.
never noticed that in my life.
Weirdly,
Oh, see, next time you'll have to see it, be like, oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and you're like, who buys them?
I know.
It's
I don't
strange.
know.
Like, I remember as a kid, like, you just thought they were like the best things ever, and your parents are like, no. And you're like, why not?
Yeah.
And then now you're like, that is stinking.
Yeah, it's just like a fucking breeding ground
For
for
just
germs.
bacteria, because
and
God
filth.
knows how they're just long, they just be sitting there, like,
And kids don't wash their hands, always touching weird shit, and put their fingers in weird crevices.
and like sweets are just like sticky and moist and
Yeah.
like,
It's like
ah.
once you heat them up in your thing, they just like melt well together, and there's like
One of the
sweaty.
boys in our work will go to the pound shop and buy a fucking pick and mix. One of them pick and mixes, like,
What a loser!
and
What a fucking loser!
That
he'd
is-
bring it to work. And sometimes he'd be
That's
out the
not
back
so-
looking for a pair of shoes or something, like pull out a box, and there'd be like a half-eaten thing of pick and mix, and you're like, what the fuck?
And why
To
is
be
he-
fair-
he leaves it in there.
Did
Yeah,
you
you
not
forget
buy
sometimes, like,
you bought like a mix-up bag the other day? Did you not?
That's different.
different strokes?
No,
That is different.
Totally
No, it's the
different.
exact same thing. You don't see where they get them out of. It's it's the same like setup.
Yeah, but there's only one person.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Okay.
right. Whatever.
Make your point.
I like to buy sweets that are in bags.
Okay,
and
stop.
Not gross.
Rebuttal.
You're wrong. The
What?
fucking
You've
the
done
this.
selection of this
You've
is
done
far
this.
better.
I win.
Like, you get fucking strawberry laces, strawberries, cola bottles, big fat cola bottles.
They're all
like,
gross.
Stop.
All,
Rebuttal.
all the sweets are gross. There's only like 3 sweets in them that you're like, oh, nice.
What bag? What sweets do you want in a bag of sweets?
I don't really eat sweets, to be honest.
Yeah,
but,
because-
No, you can't fucking make that argument and then
the,
change
the
that.
little niche ones that you like from whenever you're young, like the nostalgic sweets.
but
the
you do
little
see
straw-
that it
Do you know
is-
what? I don't
they-
like all the sweets in it, but I like eating them because I'm like, oh, memories. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
But you do know that they just get them from the same things that the pick and mixes are
No.
from.
yeah, except it's only the
No.
shopkeeper picking out of these
Yeah.
boxes rather than
And he
like
puts them in, and then someone with the gloves
1,200
does
discussing
it
with
properly,
each other.
And-
like a production line.
No.
Yes.
In Spar and
I
Holy
know.
Lads, that's that guy behind the till that does that. Like.
Yeah,
They're all made up by the time you get there.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you don't see it, then
I
there's no
would-
germs on it.
Yes.
Hold on.
Sorry, I
hold
just
on.
do biology sciences. I just know how germs
That's how
work.
it
Whatever,
works.
guys.
Hold on, guys. We're getting a bit rowdy. What I'm saying is, I would rather one guy touching my
I
sweets
agree.
than 40 fucking snot-nosed kids.
Yes.
I'd rather nobody touches my sweets and I just
How the
eat them.
fuck do you think they happen on the
Yeah.
assembly line?
Yeah.
That's
When
like
the machine drops them all in,
that's like clinical shit. Like they're not fucking around. Whereas old Joe Blogs from the Spar, you
He's
think
sneezing into the
he's
box.
sneezing in his hands and all, and just going for a piss and not washing his
He
hands.
does. He
and
wears
then
gloves when he does it. I know.
does
Oh, do you?
They have to wear gloves.
Oh yeah, did
You
they?
see them making them up.
Look, just
To win.
Hold on.
Sometimes.
Hold on.
Absolute
Hold on,
spud.
just because you fucking hate happiness and fun, don't mean you gotta like
Yeah,
bring
whatever,
us down
guys.
with you.
What
we
is your
like
favourite-
pound bag mix-ups. They're fucking good.
I agree. What's your favourite sweet out of a pound bag mix-up? What's or
I actually don't know.
or
that.
prefer or what
Like,
is the one that you hate the most?
White
Licorice.
mice.
White mice.
White mice
White
are
mice.
stinking.
Fucking disgusting. I can't
Yeah,
understand who he enjoys them things like.
They're kind of grim, yeah.
They're
I think
they're
we can all
gross,
agree
like.
on that one.
I
like.
don't
Or
know.
do
I
you know
don't
like
like
the
black-
milky milk bottles? I don't know how else. to
No, they're
describe
kind of
them,
grim. They're like squishy as well.
Yeah.
They're gross. Also,
I'd eat them. Like.
black licorice.
Blackberry.
No, I like licorice.
But
You
for
like
some
black
reason,
licorice? You're
For some
fucking
reason, my
sociopath.
mom lives for licorice. like.
Everyone loves licorice. Like. So I just.
Sorry, hold on.
I would
No, that's like saying everyone loves Marmite. Licorice
No one loves
divides
Marmite.
the population.
It does.
It's grim.
Yeah, it's grim. I hate it. Like
Black
Worse.
licorice is disgusting.
Some
It
licorice-
doesn't even taste like anything that would be sweet or nice.
Did you ever get black airwaves like licorice
No.
flavour?
Yeah, they're
Rotten.
wait, blackjacks. You have blackjacks?
Licorice as well.
Yeah, they're grim. They're
Yeah.
disgusting. Why do people want them?
Did you ever get fruit salads?
Yeah.
Unreal,
Very nice stuff.
unreal.
Do
And
you
that's
know
like the same
what?
company.
Yeah.
Bassets
yeah.
or something, was it?
Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Those
See if you
licorice
go
all
back
sorts,
and eat a
whatever.
fruit salad now, you're like, what the fuck? I
Also,
just
any
really
sweets are
enjoy it.
gross.
Also,
And I'm
licorice
old,
all
but-
sorts. Fucking
Nice.
minging.
Lovely.
Minging.
I'm gonna piss, so you just have to. As I'm busting, all these beers are going through me. Like.
That's fine.
You're sure. Like, you're me this week.
Yeah, I am you this week. Like.
We can hold the fort here, like.
I like do you know like long, lacy things?
Yeah, like straws.
What the fuck? What do you mean? Like
Straws are
a
not.
large straw?
Straws are strawberries. Like.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I thought they were like straws because they were straws. Straws. Yeah, that
Are
makes
you on
sense.
about the red laces? Or what the
Yeah,
fuck are
red
they called?
li-
With
they're
the
licorice
white,
too.
With the white bit in the middle.
Yeah, that's technically licorice,
Why?
but they're nice. That's like red. It's like sweet. Like it tastes nice.
Why
the
is that
black
licorice?
one tastes like.
What?
tastes like-
Why are you saying that's licorice? What does that mean?
It is licorice because licorice is like not made on the outside, like that kind of
Gummy bit.
gummy bit. I think that is technically licorice. Look it up. No.
I used to live for giant cola bottles. Like, do you remember?
Oh, Jack Cole, you know
They're
ones
the
that you
best
kind of
they
suck
are.
until all the fucking sugar is gone from the outside,
Oh.
and then you eat it.
That's what's so good about fucking Tank Fast.
Yeah, but you
sugaring
don't-
all the sugar
But
off
think
it.
about this, right? Think about this. This is why pound bag mix-ups are good, because you can't buy those sweets. Like you can't buy a packet of like those big cola bars.
Licorice is like the flavour that comes off a plant.
Oh yeah,
So I don't
Wait
know
a
if
second.
you can be classifying that red shit as licorice. Like,
maybe it's just called red licorice, but it's made out of normal.
hello.
Is red licorice even licorice? That's what I was saying.
Huffington Post. Oh, red vines. That's what they're fucking calling the mark, isn't it?
Oh really?
I don't know, is it?
I always knew them as straws for some reason, but I
Nah,
feel
I
like
never-
straws are like the wee strawberry looking sweets.
I just used to fucking call them red things, like
Red things.
red twirls or
That kind
something
of
like
narrows
that.
it down if you're looking at
Do you know what fucking sucks? Red laces, like actual red laces. Do you ever get them?
like the wee string
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, they're kind of
So-
gross.
And do you know, like people used to love them in our fucking school, and sometimes they would come in like almost fucking meter long packets or something, and they would like be never ending.
Do you remember those fruit roll-ups?
Not for me.
And they had like a, you didn't like them?
Yeah, no, not for me.
Where you like push them up. They were kind of grim.
Some people used to get them in my primary school for
Yeah,
lunch, and
or
I'll never
brain
think of, like,
liquors.
what the fuck?
Did you ever
Brain liquors, disgusting. Same shit
Rancid.
as I used to enjoy these things whenever I was a child. Like I don't know what the fuck they're called, but you know, you like take them apart and like one side's a lolly and then there's a dripper.
Oh yeah, drop top, juicy drop top,
juicy drop top.
drop pop.
Why did you enjoy them whenever you were fucking
They were
six,
grim.
like?
And do you know what else? I remember one time I got a brain liquor because I convinced my dad that we should have some because you know whenever he had custody of the kids he was the cool father, he was the cool parent. We were allowed to do whatever. And we got brain liquors. And I remember we were like fucking licking the fuck out of them. Like, what else do you do with brain
Yeah.
liquor?
Like the fuck out of them.
And yeah. And I remember like my tongue burned, like the chemicals burned my tongue for like 2 weeks and I couldn't
Yeah,
really
like,
taste anything.
White balls. And
Yeah, they were like they were stingy and they were sore for at least 2 weeks
Gross.
after. I was like, I'm never buying that shit again. What the fuck?
That's like that
That's
video.
what it's like citric acid or whatever that is. Like.
Yeah,
Is it citric acid?
it's
Some
whatever it is.
shit like
It's
that.
just
It's like them
disgusting.
warheads.
Yes.
I
Or
hate-
nuclear waste.
Can I just say,
Nuclear waste, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Warheads is the American version of it.
unpopular
Yeah.
opinion? I hate sour sweets.
Me too. I don't like
suck.
sour sweets.
Like
Sweets
sweets
do
do
suck.
suck.
Yeah.
I know it's just something maybe I've got like older like,
No, I agree.
but
You agree with you like more savoury stuff?
see, who the fuck was it
yeah, but
the
even
other day eating bonbons? Bonbons fucking suck.
Lewis.
Like.
he loves
Love
bonbons.
sweeties.
They're
though.
not nice. Who the fuck wants to break their teeth?
Or
when we fucking
he's always
serve their
eating
thing,
like lemon sherbets and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's not that bad. I kind of.
But like
I would eat them for like the aftertaste on my breath. More
I was
so than
literally about to say I would eat them. I put them in the same vein as like chewing gum for some
Mm.
reason. It's kind of almost like that type of like lozenge.
I don't eat them because I'm like, oh, these are so
I want
nice.
to. I'm hungry. I
yeah, like
wanna
see the
eat
fact
some-
he's just like
Yeah.
munching away. He's like munching away on them. Like,
Whoever goes, I'm
Lewis.
starving. I
Lewis.
want to buy you sweets.
Lewis will go. I am starving. I want to eat like ice cream.
I sort of get that. Like,
No, I don't
No.
get that.
I
I don't
sorta
get
get
that.
that.
I can eat ice cream for the craving, not
yeah,
that
see.
you're hungry for.
ice
it.
cream's different to sweets. Totally. Like, that's like saying,
Alright, no, it is.
I'm
It's in a
starving.
it's in a different vein, but
My
I'd
thing's
never
like-
be like I'm hungry. I need ice cream because I'm not a broken human. Like
Yeah.
I'd make my own food.
my thing's, I'm starving. I want a bag of millions. Who says that?
That's
Look,
Yeah, right.
Okay,
That's,
so
ex-
that well,
that's exactly something he would say.
I'm pretty sure I remember Lewis going, I was fucking starving one night. I woke up, a packet of Werther's Originals beside me.
Jesus. I feel bad going making fun of someone who's not here, but like I stinking like
Like, who wakes up? You wake up in the middle of the night like parched to drink water. You don't wake up and crave Werther's Originals. It's like a granny sweet that you get at your
Oh.
granny's.
What do you
house, like-
wake up in the middle of the night and crave? Anything?
water. That's it.
Just water. Like I
100%.
don't see, even whenever I wake up in the middle of the night hungry, I'm not even like hungry for any food. It's just that my stomach's like empty.
I never wake up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But like
like
Just
whenever
can't
I,
sleep till like fucking 4 every day.
when I sleep, I hit the deck. Like,
yeah.
at the yeah, if the only times I wake up in the middle of the night is if I'm in drinking.
How long do you sleep for?
good.
How long's a
13
piece of
hours.
string? Like,
How long do you sleep for? Like,
it,
what is
li-
the
it
natural
literally
figure,
depends.
like?
Do I have to get up?
No.
Whenever.
As long as I want.
Can you
When-
sleep for? Could you sleep for 12 hours without waking up?
Yes.
100%.
What?
And I have done. I remember there was one time.
You did.
I remember there was one time my sleeping pattern was so messed up that I fell asleep at 5 or maybe 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 in the I don't even know. Like
Actually,
really early
yeah.
in the morning. Woke up at like 8, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm screwed." Fell asleep at like 11 and slept right through the night to 3 o'clock p.m. Like, what is that?
What?
3 p.m.
See, out of like a 24-hour space, you slept like fucking 22
I was
of them hours or
I was
something.
awake like 2 hours. It was the craziest thing that happened to me. I was like, I need to do something. I need to change my lifestyle. Like,
People are,
what's-
like, my-
like a hedgehog or something. Like,
My sleep, like, I won't sleep for that much, but then people kind of think you do because your sleep schedule's fucked.
yeah.
Like, just say, yeah, like recently mine's been pretty knackered, like, but I'd be going to sleep at like 5, 6 in the morning, and then waking up like 12. So it's like
6, 7 hours. Like.
it's not that much in terms of sleep, and then people, such as Lewis well, he goes to bed at like 10 and gets up at 8, and then he says like that you're kind of lazy. It's just like, all right, okay, like I get it because you're not doing that
We're
like strict
awake at the
thing, but
same-
you're literally getting less sleep technically.
I can't sleep longer than 8 hours. Like, not that I don't want it, but it just doesn't fucking. I wake up.
That's
and-
that's good. Like it's a
wish
pretty
I
good
was
thing to
like
have.
that.
Like.
No, but I fucking hate it. I want to go back to sleep, like, and I'm just my brain doesn't. allow
It's just
that.
kind of a rhythm thing because there will be like during.
There's been one time I've slept more than 8 hours in the past like 3 months, and it was the night after my birthday because we fucking stayed up until like whatever time.
Like once you get, I think it's rhythm, right? It's what it's like circadian rhythm. It's like once you get into it, like your body will just kind of
But I am tired all the time. Yeah,
diabetes or something. Like.
Like, see, in the middle of the day, I can go to sleep, like, and if I was to get up,
No,
I would
once
be able
I'm
to go
up,
back to sleep in an hour.
If I fall asleep during the day, that's me.
That's you.
Up till about 6 or 7 in the morning.
I
Yeah.
can't really fall asleep during the day. Like.
There was one time whenever I was like 7th year or 6th year or something, and I had like a weird flu, like no fucking, not like a fucking throwing up flu, just like bedridden flu. It was
Yeah.
fucking weird, no energy, like. And I came home from school or something like that. I was like, I'm fucked. Or I might have woke up this morning and like got dressed and went down for breakfast or something, like, and I was like, I'm fucked, like I can't go to school, I'm literally fucked, like. And went back up to bed, slept from like 9 or 10 in the morning all the way till 7 in the night. I remember looking at my phone and be like, what is going on? Like, I can't believe I just slept however many hours. And like sent a few Snapchats or whatever, woke up again the next day at like 3 o'clock. It was fucking ridiculous. I was like, what is going
Just
on?
wipe you out, like.
It was a long time. And yeah, it was pretty fucked up, dude. Pretty fucked up.
Like
And that went on for like 3 days. I didn't get out of bed for like 3 days.
It's
almost, like.
Does it give me anxiety or something? Like just
Yeah.
sleeping so long, like especially whenever you go to sleep in the dark and wake up when
In
it's
the
just
dark.
getting dark as well.
yeah.
That
And you
happened
miss
to-
the whole daylight. It's horrible.
Whenever, do you ever used to watch Simpsons whenever you were younger? We used to like religiously watch Simpsons on RTE at 6 o'clock, like. So one time I came home from school and I was so tired. I don't know what the fuck, like primary school, like. So
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck you even be tired in them days, but went to sleep at like 3 or 4 o'clock, and I woke up and it was like half. I don't know what time it was, but I went downstairs and I checked the clock and it was like before Simpsons time, but in my head it was like after Simpsons time, and I was shouting at my mum like, why didn't you wake me up for Simpsons?
Simpsons time.
Simpsons time, like ST.
And I was so
It was like before
annoyed.
Yeah,
Christ.
before
Simpsons
BST.
My mum was like
AST.
my mum was trying to tell me like, you haven't missed it, don't worry, like it's going to be on in half an hour, like, and I was like, I can't believe you've done this. In my head I thought
Weird obsession with Simpsons, like.
in my head I
Like you.
thought that I had slept through the entire day and missed the Simpsons from like say Tuesday, and it was now Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I'd missed out on an
That's
episode.
crazy.
And I was like, I can't believe you didn't wake me up yesterday, like, and like
Simpsons
for
time.
Simpsons
Simpsons
time.
time.
And she was like, no, it's still Tuesday. You didn't sleep through.
It's funny you said that. Do you remember like there would be like cartoons that would come on that would be indicators that it was late at night, and you knew that you couldn't watch them on because they were the cartoons that went. No, not even like adult ones, like cartoons like on like Cartoon Network or something, or Nickelodeon.
See, I
never had that.
Or maybe Jetix. Do everyone have
Never
Jetix?
had that.
No,
No.
Do you remember Jetix?
No.
Anyway,
I know of it, but I never
I
had it.
remember we had some.
Fuck Jetix.
Maybe it is.
Like the BBC and like RTE.
Yeah, Jetix had Sonic on it. That's all I remember. Is like Sonic the Hedgehog was on Jetix. And you could run around and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know what Sonic is.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there was like I remember like Recess, or there's other ones. It was like a cartoon of like a
Recess. Recess was on
Unprofessional.
yeah. There was like a young detective, like cartoon detective, and then like I remember like it was like this big ball that he was like running on, and I remember like every time it came on, I was like, "Fuck! I know Mom's gonna be like, it's time to
Cartoon
go to bed."
detective.
I don't know what I just mean like these like cartoons that would come on late at night. Like I remember Emperor's New Groove, because it was like a cartoon before it was a movie, wasn't it? Or like there was a cartoon spin off of it. I remember
it
it
was
used
a
to
cartoon
come
for ages. It was also on normal people TV.
or
Was it?
Yeah.
Or the kids next
Cusco.
door, or
Yeah, I know of it. Like.
Yeah.
Kids Next Door. Do you remember Kids Next Door? Like they had a big tree house. It was like
Yes.
K and D.
Yeah.
That would come on really late at night, and whenever it came on, I'd be like, "Fuck, Mom's gonna go. It's simmer down time," and then I'm gonna be like, "Fuck."
Is that what she
we'll
used to
have
say?
Yeah, it's simmer down time. Like, see when
Those
someone
are
says,
special words.
like, see if someone says simmer down.
That's what I
time,
say to it all the
it,
time.
like unlocks a memory in my brain. Like
Simmer down time.
Simmer down time.
Simmer down time for the boys.
Real life.
that actually was like.
Real life simmer down time. Like.
Yeah. People will know what I mean though. There was those cartoons that would come on late at night that weren't like.
I've never heard of that.
Like I can't. I'm trying to think. Like
I can't
weirdly,
think of that.
wait, no.
we
Like,
used to watch TV, like I don't even know.
I know
Do you know
exactly.
what?
I know exactly the one. You know Splatoony. Do you remember Splatoony? Or something. It
yeah,
was
like I know
it
you're
was
on,
like
but
a
yeah.
game show, but it was like recorded
Yeah.
beforehand.
See,
and,
you
like,
know, but the only time I ever,
it came on.
the only
way
time I
late.
watched any of my cartoons, and the reason I know them, is my granny had Sky, and when I was in hers. But like I'm trying to think like I do know that feeling of like
Yes.
it's bedtime
No,
and
you
you'd be
know,
spazzing out because
because
you're like
you
I don't want to go to fucking bed.
Yeah, and you know when it came on.
We never had like a bedtime.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember Mum, like you'd see the time
Really?
and you go
Like
like
it was never like you're going to bed. It was just like
But there's like the vibe of like you're going to
no,
bed.
I was told to go to bed because I was like.
So you were
"Fuck."
just like by yourself, just be like I'm going
I'm
to go to bed.
tired. Go to bed.
But like at what
At their
time?
own
But like
liberty.
kids are never tired.
Yeah.
Like we used to go out all the time whenever it was P7. So whenever
Oh no! Wait, whoa, I'm not talking about fucking like peace out. I'm talking about wet, like when you're young.
who has them memories in their head? Like
Everyone. That's
I-
what I'm talking
I
about.
But I
can't
think-
remember anything
Joe,
pre P7. Like,
like this is one like the
What?
I think like I locked all my memories. Like
You repressed them somehow. Did something
Yeah.
happen to you when you were younger?
yes.
I
Yes.
remember when I was just like it's so like funny just like thinking back when I was like younger.
We also grew up young. Like
Seriously?
weird.
Did we get a quote?
We live in a society.
we
We
started
grew up
watching.
young.
We started watching like E4 whenever we were like in primary school. You know what I mean? So you were like stored for customs,
Yeah, my
like
mum
Big
used
Bang
to watch
Theory and like
Hollyoaks.
No,
Hollyoaks. We didn't watch
Shit.
Hollyoaks. Hollyoaks fucking sucked. See, whenever Hollyoaks came on after Simpsons time, you'd be like, "Fuck this shit."
Now that I remember
Do you remember there was
Is-
like this TV show?
because it was News, Simpsons, Hollyoaks.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
Do
well,
you remember
exactly
there was a
that.
TV show about like
Half
a
5
school?
news, 6 o'clock Simpsons, half
Was
6 Hollyoaks.
There was a show about a school. It was like a drama, and there'd be like freaky things happening. Like
Oh, you were talking about this. I never knew about
it
this,
starts with
but
W.
What is it?
something
Was I
way.
talking about this?
Yeah, you were both talking
Oh.
about this. For some reason, it was in the news recently because I remember you were like, "Oh yeah, you don't remember that?" And I was like, "No, I've never heard
It
of
was
that."
the weirdest show ever. I remember we used to watch.
Was
it
not
all the
something
time.
way.
I don't even
or
know.
like
It's like the name of the school.
Waterloo
was
Road.
the
That's what you're thinking.
Waterloo Road.
You're on
That's
about
what he's
something
thinking.
different.
Oh,
He's
really?
on
No?
about something
Oh,
different.
okay.
Aren't you?
Yeah. What? No, Waterloo, and it was like a school, wasn't it?
Waterloo Road was a school, yeah.
Yeah. They like
Yeah.
they like they
That
had
is what you're talking
like not beige
Blue
burgundy uniforms.
No, are you on about like a kids show? Waterloo
No,
Road
it was like a
young adults
drama,
show.
and like there was stuff where like people got hit by trains and stuff.
Yes,
and,
yes. I think that might have been
Well,
an
it was
episode.
Waterloo,
Or
yeah.
like one of the people out of it might have killed themselves, and that was
Waterloo
like a
Road.
Yeah, exactly. There was that because you
ridiculously big
literally
episode.
talked about this like a couple of weeks ago.
It is Waterloo Road. I know it is. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And I remember like that was like a weird show that we
Waterloo
watched
Road was
religiously.
for like the
tweens.
yeah, like but
Yeah.
we weren't. We were young people at that
Yeah.
stage. We were like still in primary
Youngins.
school.
In a big
While Waterloo Road was for like people 4 or 5 years above us.
it had big themes in it.
It
you know,
did.
like themes that you wouldn't have really got to, like watching SpongeBob.
Shit
and
we
stuff.
wouldn't have understood.
Yeah.
I would like I don't know fucking self-harm.
I'm
suicide
like,
and all
I'm
that sort
trying
of
to like, cause weirdly like my dad would always have, he like just downloaded everything back like then, like he was like ahead of the curve in terms of like everything being like digital.
shit. Yeah, see,
So
I
we
once,
now, because
like-
what happened
No.
was we had TV, but the aerial got knocked down the top of our roof, and like realizing like that's such a you can't just like get up there. It's so high up, like that. He just was like, alright, fuck TV, like who really needs it, and would just download everything. So everything that I watched, that's why I know so much about movies, is because when people were watching TV, I was watching movies, like or TV shows and like stuff that was like downloaded and what. Whereas like so I miss like so much of that like TV kind of like weird like pop culture that like
Yeah.
Do you know what? Now that you're saying that, though, Waterloo Road used to be on at like 8:30 or something on a,
That's what I'm saying. It was
which is
another
when you're a
one-
kid is late as
which
fuck.
is late, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I remember us not being able to watch it. Number one, because it was for that older generation. My mom would be like, I don't know if you're supposed to be watching this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I remember being like, oh no, Waterloo Road's like the fucking thing these days. Like,
I
people
remember
talk
one
about
time
Waterloo Road.
my sister was like maybe,
It's the thing your sister
16?
would have watched.
and she put on the In-Betweeners one night. We
Fucking used to love that whenever I was like P5.
P5. I
Like,
was not
young.
allowed to watch that. Like my mom watched it one time and she was like, "Get this off now." I was sitting there like, "What is going on?"
Maybe not P5, maybe P7. But primary school.
Yeah, I remember whenever I remember asking my dad and my mum, could I watch Family Guy? And they were like, "Yeah, I think you're old enough. You can go ahead."
Do you know
I
what?
remember watching it thinking it was hilarious. Like I was like, I felt so like, and every time my mum would come in the room, I pause it.
Never got into it then. Never got into it now. Look.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I know you're still into it. Like,
Loved it.
Like Joe's
Never
weird. I don't think
fucking
I've never watched an episode of Family Guy, but I have seen so much of it.
Yeah.
we used
Like
to
that
watch
kind of
it
weird thing. Like
whenever you were
I
younger,
don't,
like.
The thing is, I loved cartoons back in the day. Like I loved like Adventure Time, regular show. Like all I like really loved
See, we didn't get-
cartoons.
we
Yeah.
didn't get Adventure
didn't
Time.
get that. Like.
Or
Adventure Time.
SpongeBob, I loved anything that
Didn't
was
get that.
drawn and colourful. I loved it. So whenever I thought like
Extra
adult cartoon, like where they're like swearing and like doing funny stuff, I was like,
Rick and Morty fucking
Money.
shines out to you.
yeah, really, well,
Yeah.
kind of cringe. Like, but I just like I like cartoons. I like to watch them. Like they're easy to watch.
Oh, do you know actually?
Adventure Time started coming on the TV after we had like.
I was
sort of
I was-
passed
I
the
thought
age.
I thought that was like we were old. When
Yeah,
that
we,
came
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
we were
But-
old enough, but I would have watched it sometimes.
But it used to be on the TV whenever we were younger as well. But it was
Yeah.
just on
Didn't know
paid
that.
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you were like 14 or something. it
But
was
again,
on.
yeah, we never paid for any channels, so I never got any of that. But I
never-
was trying to think of like what when you're like saying like that feeling of being like it's time to go to bed, like that kind of on a Sunday night.
Oh,
Worst vibe ever.
Top Gear was out on a Sunday night,
thinking I don't mind. That's what I'm saying.
and I would always know that once Top Gear's over, that's bedtime and that's school
That
next
is what
morning.
I
Top
was
Gear used to be on at
saying,
like
bro.
fucking 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but no, my parents would let me stay up for Top
watch
Gear.
Top
like,
Gear.
yeah, and then, but I knew it because it was like that kind of like, it was like the last part of the weekend, and knowing that you like going up to bed and like your uniform would be like sitting there, and you're like, this is the fucking
Yeah.
worst.
And do you know what do you know what the weird thing was? What I hated the Brit Awards. Right, it was like shit. But I remember loving it because back then they did like a dramatic reenactment of like what it went down, and like it used to be like people like protecting their families from like intruders.
Wait, what is the Brit Awards?
Pride? Or the
Like, I
Pride,
know what
the
it
Pride,
is.
Or no, the Pride of Britain Awards.
Oh no, never was.
You never watched that?
No.
I remember I was allowed to like stay up.
Wait, what is it?
The Pride of Britain Awards. It was,
Guessing
like,
this is also
it
like
was
a
like-
once a year thing, isn't
yeah,
it?
it was once a year. It was like extraordinary feats that people have done, or like extraordinary acts of kindness or bravery, and they got Brit Awards. Like there was, there was times there was like a person with no arms and legs, and I was like, what the fuck was he gonna do? He had, like little nubs, like, and he like crawled like down the red carpet almost, like at ridiculous like blazing speeds, and like hopped onto the stage to receive his award. It was only on nubs,
Weird.
like it was on something.
And weirdly, you're.
Why are we
What a
allowed to watch
strange thing to be like. This is what I'm
everyone
gonna.
watched it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. There was like one,
I've never heard anyone talk about it whatsoever. Like,
There was one time, like I remember there was one where like a lad saved his family from getting knifed because he was like holding the door and the guy
That's
was
so
like,
weird.
knifing the door.
I think my uncle or my great uncle might have actually got that
Yeah,
because he saved two British people. He lives in Greece, And one night he just like looked out his window. He's a sailor, or something to do with boats. Boatsman. He like looked out his window. And he's like, I'm pretty sure that boat might be sinking out there. And he got in his boat, went out, and like had to like dive under the water and like hold his breath and like going. He pulled this guy out of the water, and he was like, my wife's in there, like she was in the boat that was like sinking. He'd like go down, like get inside, like go find her, pull her out, and then got on the shore, and like they were like these two like English. There was like an English couple, and they like told like the Queen or something. I don't know. And then he just got this like
direct line to the Queen.
It was something like that because they were like English citizens
that's
or British citizens that he got. Sweet, look.
That's what that show was about. Just like warn people with like acts of bravery and
I've
stuff.
never heard of it in my life.
What, seriously?
No.
Because I remember,
I think that might
you
just be your
used to-
family thing
You
because
used to be excited for it because you're like you got to see reenactments, people doing like cool
it's
stuff.
so weird.
And I remember it was on at about 10 or 11, but we were allowed to stay up for it.
I
So
was
it
always allowed to
like-
stay up for Glastonbury.
Really? That's weird. Never once have I ever watched that.
We always was, but I think it's because my parents went and they were just kind of them like
Into
that
it?
was that there like like music festivals, all that stuff. Like
We were allowed to stay up for like the Brit Awards and the Pride Brit Awards and something else. Like any of those like big events that you wouldn't that have kind of fallen off the radar now because people don't really watch as much TV.
no, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Like, but that actually was one of the only things that we watched TV is like Glastonbury. Like the fact that they just like strain the whole thing, and that's like kind of the reason I always want to go to Glastonbury is because
It's
I like
mad.
saw it since I was like that's so crazy like that like, and like even before you even like before you even thought of like
Well, it's my shift to
drinking or
piss.
anything like that. I know it.
We didn't watch Glastonbury until like I can almost guarantee that people in my family hasn't watched Glastonbury. I only watched Glastonbury
No,
for the first
so-
time like this year or last year.
Because that's what he's saying. So I've never heard of the Brit Awards whatsoever. Or the
Nah, the
or
Brit-
the-
What is it? Brit?
the Brit Awards
Pride-
is a music
Pride-
thing, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
So the Pride of Britain.
Awards.
Pride of Britain Awards.
I can't. I can't stuff wouldn't be on my house.
Oh, lads,
You say everyone. I've never heard that in my life.
everyone has watched British shows. What you're just
No,
watching?
I'm not
RTE
saying
all the time.
I'm not saying I've not watched shows that are made in Britain. Like, but I'm not saying I never
Pride of
watched the
Britain.
Pride of Britain Awards.
Fuck you.
No, but one thing, we were always allowed to stay up and watch his Glastonbury.
see, we never like I love.
Have your parents went to Glastonbury?
No.
Yeah, when my parents
Did yours?
went, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I always want to go because they were just like, oh, that's
Glastonbury's a
class.
shit
Like.
look. Yeah, it looks so fucking.
It looks, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like the amount of people just fucking feels like they turn into a.
I know. They also have to. What is it like every 3 years or something? They're not allowed to do it. Is that what it is? Or every 2 years or something? Did you ever hear that before?
I don't know.
Because
I
of the
think because the
feels.
feels, yeah. But I think is that a thing?
Yeah. No, definitely. Do they change? They don't change it, do they? Like where it is, or something.
Like-
I don't know.
The reason why I wouldn't think that I don't think that's a thing. I get why, because like to let the feels like repair or something.
Yeah.
But the fact that Glastonbury being cancelled because of coronavirus is like a very big thing.
Yeah.
I feel like would that be as big a thing if it gets cancelled every couple of years?
No, it's just not on every. I don't know if it's like 4 or 8 years or something like that.
Oh, alright. Maybe it's like a big gap. Like
Yeah, I think it is like a.
I don't know. I always just thought. I was like, it just looks so cool. Like
Yeah, no, it looks mad. It's also like, what is it, £200 or something? To see
it's not that
many
bad.
people-
Like it really isn't that bad. Like,
Yeah,
and it's
I
it's
agree.
more of also the, regardless of who's playing. Like even if you don't really like their music,
Yeah.
it's still like crazy.
I
how-
saw like people on the. Do you know where like they have like a sort of shit stage? Like I don't know what the fuck it's called. Like all the stages. Have, like,
there's a
weird
couple.
different
It's
names
like
and
there's a
stuff.
pyramid stage.
That's the main
There's
one.
then there's the like. Yeah, there's like different. Like,
the
there's
something,
there's at least
I
like
don't know, like the fucking
7.
TV tent or whatever.
yeah.
It's one of the wee side ones, like, but people that I would definitely watch was playing on the wee shit stage, and I was
Oh,
thinking,
yeah.
like, what the fuck, like, who's
Like-
playing the big stage? At
Like
this
it's,
point?
I think it would be mad like if you like look over the like the kind of roster of
yeah.
each year and be like, oh shit,
yeah,
like
no.
they're like big.
Why are they like a
but-
wee backup act there? Like,
yeah,
yeah, Johnny Cash was playing on one of the fucking like shit stages one year, and I was thinking like, what the fuck, like he's like, I would definitely go and see him on a main stage.
well, not anymore. You wouldn't,
I would,
because he's
because he did
dead as
fuck.
fuck.
You
But,
know, prior to that,
yeah.
like,
It was last year or last time was Stormzy, wasn't it? He was like the first
yeah,
like black
first
guy.
one or something.
to-
Yeah, something like that.
He was the first black man. I feel like I always remember seeing that. So that means that there was a black woman that did it.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney, I was like thinking Whitney Houston maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe back in the day.
I don't know. Who is Beyonce?
Oh, maybe she did.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I just
spitballing
always remember
here.
it like always said first black male, and I was like, well, that kind of means then there was a black female that did it before him, like.
Yeah,
But yeah, I remember like the production that goes into it, like
ridiculous.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
when the lights go on, there's like so many people like in the choir behind him and stuff.
Did he wear that Union Jack stab vest? Is that what
Yeah.
he wore?
Yeah.
That looked pretty cool. Like I know, like
Yeah,
like he just I don't know.
he pulls it off, you know.
He pulls it off. He rocks it like
Yeah, it was pretty well.
rocks it.
I like saw a clip and it was because you know he cheated on. So he cheated on my Jama with that like Georgia Smith.
Did he?
Yeah, this was like a while ago. Look,
No, we didn't even know he was going out.
Stormzy.
Either of them people.
Stormzy.
he was
Yeah.
yeah,
The big adulterer.
yeah.
Hey, Stormzy, if you're listening, you're a fucking bastard. How could you cheat on my Yama? She's fucking
I know
smoking
she's the
all
she is
He's gonna spark
she
you.
is literally.
Stormzy's gonna spark you the fuck
Stormzy
out.
could
Like.
spark him, man. He's a fake road man.
That's not true.
But anyway,
Don't say that about him.
there's like a clip of this must have been it might have been the Brit Awards. Is it the Brit Awards for music? right?
No,
And
no,
actually,
it's the Pride
this-
of Britain Awards.
Weirdly, this actually might have been like this might be such a weird tie-in, but I think it might have been the Brit Awards, and this was like a year or two ago. Like so, my Jam and Stormzy were going out,
Right.
but he was riding that girl Georgia Smith on the fucking DL.
Oh, George Smith, the girl, the singer.
Yeah.
Her music is great.
That
and
is great.
and there's a clip of like where they're asking everyone that's turning up like who do you think's gonna be like nominated or something, and like there's like it's like you know everyone's like Georgia Smith. My Jam there. She says Georgia Smith. Then they ask Stormzy, and Stormzy's like, I think Dave, and there's just like so many memes of him being like he was trying not to get caught out there, like it's so like obvious that he's like I'm gonna have to try and think of someone that's not the girl I'm writing on the download. Like,
Really good album.
yeah, it stinks.
It's still gross.
That's
Out of
gross,
ten.
That's the
like, all
worst
time,
one
isn't it?
you've done yet.
How is that worse? Because it doesn't need to have like a thin like a
It just
clean
needs to be
line.
like Guinness glass or something. I don't know. It just looks weird. Like.
Just like fix it there. Like.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah, what's the fix? Is that like blasphemy? What I just did?
most drinking out of the
Yeah,
glass.
people that
glass
drink
was
Guinness
number one.
are snobs. Like.
Is it like heresy? Like what I
Yeah.
just did?
Like Guinness people are weird. Like.
They are. They're
Snobs,
weirdly
snobs.
like they're really snobbish. Like it
I
kind of reminds me
think
of like
they're
those posh Dublin people. Like fuck you.
That is Guinness people. Like.
There's like
Yeah.
a certain culture about Guinness stuff that people fucking be weird
Yeah.
about.
I mean, it's just a fucking stout.
Just a
Get
pig.
over yourself, man.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Do you know what?
I'm
I'm
saying
fucking-
free staters.
I'm
But
actually down to try kind of. Do you ever see Beamish?
yeah.
Why are you laughing at
You know,
that?
I don't know,
It's a
but
Janet question.
I always do see that, and it's
It's
just
a funny
like,
name. Ever had pint of Beamish?
Yeah. The stuff is that.
like
Yes.
I know
That's
this is,
exactly like
uh,
Guinness, like.
this would be seen as kind of a well, I can't say that. This would be seen as kind of a
Don't know what you're gonna say. So
Furry boy.
yeah
What'd you say?
stout,
Furry.
not furry boy.
Like
Furry
Poofter.
boy. Oh, right.
yeah,
I like to say this. These
I don't
words
know.
are-
Well, that's what I
Definitely
don't
not.
know what's going on.
1,000,000% not. Like.
Yeah, probably not.
You gotta say furry, maybe.
no, I don't think you say that
You
anymore.
can't say furry or like.
It's not, but that's the like
You
so
can't
many
say the F word.
so many good swear words are like off the fucking.
Swear words are just
I
like.
like
slurs.
Slur, yeah.
Slurs.
There's so many slurs that you can't use anymore. It's not even that you're like making a slur of that. It's just, anyway, like stout, like drinking stout to get steaming, not my thing. Like. I prefer light
Well,
beer. Like.
I like doing it
I'm
sometimes.
feeling this, and this is just smooth as shit. It's going down. It's tasty. It's creamy.
No, and I'm just saying there's like a time and place. Like if you're gonna like on like 12 pubs or something like that, but so you just drinking stout in the reg, like I don't know. There's something
I
about
couldn't do it
just
on
like-
a
It's thick.
on a Friday night whenever
It's
you're trying
thick,
to
like.
boys having a few in the
Yeah.
house. Couldn't do it then.
I don't mind. I think I'd almost do it then. You know, because it's like I think Guinness is kind of like
I can't drink.
it's
canned
easier
Guinness.
to drink.
It freaks me out. Like.
Yeah. I
Really?
No, I just.
I think it's quite nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not for me.
Like it.
What
We
is
did-
it? Another
we
one?
done one?
This shit is easy.
It's easy money.
Whatever.
This part 2. Or no, we're not doing part
Part
2.
two. Stop
No.
saying that.
No, but
Yeah, wait, what are you
sorry.
saying?
Oh, here, guys. If you haven't realized, we're not actually doing a week apart. Like.
Right, cut that.
Cut that.
that.
Just like beep 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 beep.
It's like ruining the magic. Like it's like telling
Yeah,
people
right, no.
Santa's not real.
Okay, I'll bleep it out.
Okay. Anyway,
Sorry for what I just said.
Also, I would bleep out Cross McLaren. People would be offended. You know.
Fuck you, cross me. I
who?
don't
The
care.
fucking inbreds? Like,
Yeah.
woo,
Bleep
woo.
that, bleep
That was
that.
it. In the last one, we I
I
kind
just
of
want to
made
hear.
it.
I just want to hear a 30-second bleep from like.
I actually love when things are bleeped in like shit that I listen to.
It kind of makes it
laugh.
funnier, like,
Yeah.
because people, and if you think it's bad things, can't make you a bad person, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree.
You get your mind out of the gutter. We're
Yeah.
not saying
Ooh,
anything.
you crazy. I was gonna say something
Many
bad there as
muggins.
well.
Yeah, I also thought about that.
You guys are good. No.
Yeah, you need to shape up. Anyway,
Anyway,
here, guys. See you next week. I actually might change my clothes in the next one.
Yeah, me too.
I got another jumper in there. I'll just fucking
Sound, yeah.
God, stop ruining the magic.
Bleep that. Bleep that.
bleep that. Right.
Anyway, well, you know what? This is becoming easy. This is becoming second nature to us. This is really starting to become professional. New studio, new whatever. You know, expect this shit every week because we're gonna bring the thunder. Anyway, this has been episode
5
with
Myles.
James.
Daniel.
Peace out.
Love.